Mark Consuelos has asked a member of the live team for assistance following his wife, Kelly's microphone malfunction. Kelly was telling a story about working out before a wedding on a recent edition of Live, but something felt strange with her voice. Even as she was telling her story, Mark seemed to be apprehensive and was looking around. Kelly interrupted mid-sentence, presumably using a teleprompter to read her an instruction on screen. She read, "Turn on Kelly's mic," reaching for the microphone attached to her clothing. She said it again, "Mark, turn on Kelly's mic," as it didn't appear like Mark was the one who was meant to do it. Mark bent to give her a hand. "How do you turn it on?" he said while tinkering with Kelly's back's wiring. "Scott, are you up for the challenge?" "You're the guy," he said to an off-camera live crew member. As skeptic Kelly became aware that, at that moment, nobody in the audience had heard the story she was giving. On Kelly's desk, the live team member placed a tiny detachable microphone. "I'll just yell," declared the irritated presenter. Mark kept working behind Kelly to fix the microphone. He said, "Is it on now?" Kelly put it to the test by asking whether anyone could hear her. She was not heard. "No, okay," Mark murmured, appearing to give up. Kelly said, "I'm just going to talk into this," and she clipped the new microphone that had been left on her collar. Mark displayed a gift last week on an edition of Live that many people were unaware he possessed. Warm blankets and dog beds were among the reasonably priced gift choices that host Monica Mangan showcased throughout the presentation. Kelly, Mark, and Monica strolled alongside to see and test use some of the things. A puzzle brand called Torched Products was among the things she flaunted. Mark revealed that he had been tinkering with the puzzles on stage beforehand. "The puzzles are genuinely thought-provoking," Monica remarked. She watched as Mark worked without straining himself on the puzzle. She remarked, "You're really good at that. You're merely assembling it without any issues." "He's got that kind of a brain," Kelly smiled subtly at her husband. As the group moved on to the next item, Monica said, "These are awesome," referring to the puzzles. Earlier this week, Mark and his wife, Kelly, had a heated exchange on television. Following her husband Mark Consuelos' disclosure of an NSFW weekend in Dayton, Ohio, the Live actress gave him a fierce look. In the Wednesday morning broadcast, the television star and her 52-year-old husband Mark discussed the lost jewelry. Her statement, "I can't find my wedding ring," shocked the audience, eliciting a loud scream. With a nervous laugh, Kelly answered, "I know, I am aware." "Wait, are we on a break?" Mark asked, interrupting her and pulling her arm, referencing a humorous scene from the television program Friends. Everyone in the room started laughing, including the soap opera actress who leaned in to say, "You wish," to her spouse. Following her explanation, Kelly said, "I was moisturizing, I took it off, and then I went to put it back on, and I can't find it." Mark, however, comforted his wife by saying, "You'll find it." Fans were happy to learn that the TV personality had found her diamond later in the broadcast. "Exciting announcement! I discovered my ring," Kelly exclaimed. She said, "In case you were wondering, it was under the hairbrush." The two had already engaged in a heated argument earlier in the week. On Tuesday's episode, Kelly and Mark welcomed the Stump Mark competitor of the day. They were joined in the game by a contestant named Tracy Valentine, whose picture flashed on the screen. Tracy was from Dayton, Ohio, Mark noticed. "You know, I spent a long weekend in Dayton when I was in college," remarked the man. "I apologize," Tracy answered. "The Dayton Flyers, right?" Tracy said, "Yeah, the University of Dayton. My daughter actually goes to law school there." "Well, I guess I could have used a lawyer that weekend," Mark said with a big smile. The crowd laughed and applauded. As soon as Mark realized what he had admitted, Kelly looked down on him. "Yes, that is possible in that area," Tracy said. "Tracy, take a brief break. Proceed," Kelly exclaimed. Mark tried to move on and responded, "Nah, I'm done, I'm done." The two's conversation captivated the audience.